Today, we are diving into one of the trickiest challenges in the tech world right now. How in the world do you protect applications when they're scattered across a bunch of different clouds? So get ready. Your mission is to become a true sentinel of the clouds. Okay, let's get right into it. For the next few minutes, I want you to step into the role of a senior multi-cloud architect. You're the one in the hot seat. You've been given a mission and no pressure, but the security of your entire company is riding on it. So first things first, you've got to understand the layout of the land. And believe me, this isn't some simple, flat battlefield. It's a maze, a really complex, tangled web of different cloud services and environments. Over in one corner, you've got your infrastructure running on Amazon Web Services. They're using their big gun, the Elastic Kubernetes Service, or EKS. That's a huge piece of the puzzle. Then you look over here, and you're dealing with a totally different beast, Microsoft Azure and its Azure Kubernetes Service, AKS. It's a whole other ecosystem with its own set of rules. And just to make things really interesting, your teams are also all in on Google Cloud, using its Google Kubernetes Engine, GKE. So yeah, we're talking about three major players, three totally different platforms. And this, right here, is the heart of your mission. The challenge isn't just securing one of them. Nope. It's about building one single, unified security strategy that works perfectly across all three. That's the real trick, isn't it? So, you're staring at this massive, complicated maze. Where do you even begin to focus your efforts? Where's the real danger? Well, the answer lies in a single critical phase, the runtime. Let's be super clear about what runtime means. We're not talking about code that's just sitting there on a hard drive. Runtime is the live show. It's when your container is up and running, actively processing data, serving your customers, executing commands. It's go time. And that's exactly why runtime is so important. When an application is live, it's also exposed. This is the moment a hacker can actually exploit something, steal data, or try to take over. Securing the runtime, it's not just a good idea. It's the absolute front line of your defense strategy. Okay, so you know where the fight is. Now you need to decide what you're bringing to that fight. You can't just show up empty-handed. You need the right tools for the job. You know, there's this old proverb among architects that says the right tool is half the work, and in this situation, that is 100% true. The tool you choose here is going to shape your entire security approach. So let's lay out your main options. First up is Falco. It's the big name and open source, amazing for detecting threats in real time. It's super flexible, which is perfect for teams that love to customize and build their own security stack. Then you've got the commercial options like Sysdig. This is like the fully loaded enterprise-grade choice. You get deep visibility, forensics, dedicated support, the whole 9 yards. It's a powerhouse. And finally, you have the cloud-native tools from AWS, Azure, and Google themselves. Now, they integrate beautifully, of course, but here's the catch. They often tie you to their specific ecosystem, which in our multi-cloud maze is a pretty big downside. All right, tool's been chosen. Now it's time to map out your strategy. Because, let's be honest, the best tool in the world is useless if you don't have a smart plan. And your plan is going to be built on two simple but powerful ideas, detection and response. So here it is, your 4-step plan. It's really that straightforward. Step 1, set a baseline. You have to know what normal looks like for your application. Step 2, create rules for what abnormal is. You know, like a process suddenly trying to write to a super sensitive file. Step 3, you actively watch for any little deviation from that baseline, and you do it in real time. And step 4, the most important part, you automate your response. Don't just get an email alert. Have a system that can instantly kill a suspicious process or quarantine a container. And what's so cool about this whole approach is how it completely flips your security posture. You stop being the person who's just cleaning up a mess after an attack has already happened. Instead, you're actively watching for the very first sign of trouble and shutting it down before any real damage is done. You're going from being a firefighter to being a sentinel. And when you put it all together, understanding the maze, picking the right tools, and executing a smart strategy, that's when you finally accomplish the mission. You've become that true guardian of your cloud environments. And the results? Well, they really speak for themselves. Companies that actually implement a solid runtime security strategy, like the one we just walked through, they see a huge impact. We're talking about a potential 95% reduction in the average time it takes to even notice a threat. Think about that. That's the difference between a minor blip and a front-page news data breach. So, as we wrap up here, let's just quickly nail down the key things to remember. 1. Multi-cloud isn't going away, and it absolutely requires a single, unified way to look at security. 2. Runtime is the battlefield. It's where your apps are live and most at risk. 3. You have to look for weird behavior, not just known threats. And finally, that 4-step plan, baseline, rules, detect, and respond, that's your repeatable blueprint for success every single time. So, you did it. Mission accomplished. You've secured the runtime. But in the world of cloud security, the game never really ends, does it? The landscape is always changing. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. What new threats are already starting to take shape out there on the horizon? And what's the next mission going to be?